this is an absolute bombshell that may have been swept under the rug. The federal gun buyback program has been a disaster for the Liberals in terms of its rollout. And many of you have listened to the audio of the public safety minister talking about, his doubts about the plans behind closed door. But what they're saying secretively is definitely interesting. But let's pivot to something that seems to be a persistent nightmare for this Carney government, a nightmare that you know all too well from your time in working in cabinet offices. What's your immediate reaction to this whole episode where the person tasked with implementing a policy is caught on tape admitting that it might be flawed?
He should be fired because he's incompetent. And it's very bad for politicians to say one thing in the House and then even privately to say something else to their friends or to, in this case, it wasn't even a friend. It was somebody who disagreed with him. And he's just kissing ass and saying, oh, yes, I agree with you. But, then he goes back in the House and says, no, I'm supporting the government. He also, one of his comments, he said, the government doesn't have enough money to fund this. Well, not only the funding problem, but the actually picking up the guns. The OPP in Ontario has said they're going to refuse to enforce this. Well, if you don't have enforcement, it ain't going to happen.